Hey, shalom, shalom, Israel, giving all praise to the Most High God and the Son, Yahweh, with the Battle Axes of the Most High coming back to you on the First Works Friday. I'm Soldier Razatat, got Soldier Daoud over here reading for me. Y'all throw up the prayers for Soldier Don, man. He's helping his mother and, that his family moved to Louisiana. So y'all pray for traveling grace for that brother, man. So, I know y'all probably was looking for Don to be teaching this Friday or this pre-Sabbath, but he had to do other things, man. But nevertheless, I know I probably watching out there somewhere if he about done. But anyways, hope all is well out there. Hope y'all had a good productive week. I said it's still light outside. Probably in about 2 more hours it'll be dark. But hope Esau ain't kick your ass too bad, cause it's been hot, man. Y'all know I work in the elements, so me and my brother, so hey, it ain't no joke, man. But nevertheless, the Most High God, he always speed that thing up, man. So all praise for that. Hope brothers and sisters, preparing for the Sabbath, getting everything that you need to get. Uh, hope everybody's getting everything that you need to get, before the sun go down, because, no buying and selling as usual. Ain't nothing changed just because it's 4th of July. Or, that wicked holiday. That don't mean nothing, man. Because a lot of our people don't understand that when they talk about Independence Day, hell, we wasn't independent because, hell, we were still slaves. This was their Independence Day. And even with Juneteenth, we were still slaves in that time. So, no matter how you may twist it or fold it or look at it, man, hey, it's still, we were slaves to in that time and to this very day. So, we know sure enough, y'all be, praying to the Most High God that he don't have no fires around y'all or like hit y'all house per se. Because we know they're gonna be shooting up in the air, straight bullets as well. We know the Most High God, he look after us, especially those that do his will. But hey, just in case, still throw up the prayers, may look out for your other family members or whatever the case may be. Because he said the prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Yeah, I hope they be able to shut it down for all I care. But without further ado, tonight's title is 4th of July Exposed. 4th of July Exposed. Because we got to expose these lies, man, and tear down these strongholds that may be up on our people. Because I was looking at Facebook, Instagram as well, and all day they've been talking about, we can care less about America. I mean, that's the good part about it. I mean, sure enough. But then, lo and behold, they were talking about, but I still like the barbecue. I just like the barbecue and the fireworks. But I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with that per se. But why do you have to do exactly what your oppressor tell you on what day that they want you to do it on? Well, you can do that at 360 days out of the year, or 359, should I say, minus this one. Same way with Thanksgiving. They tell you when you can give thanks to the Most High God, but you should be giving thanks all year round, especially like on the Sabbath when you honor them or whatever the case may be. But shalom, brother Yaakov. Shalom, Rose, the young lioness. Shalom, Sister Genesis. Shalom, Azariah. How y'all doing? How's captivity been treating you? I know y'all probably the thumbnail. I was gonna do a better one, man, but they'll probably try to flag us for it, man. Y'all probably know which one I'm talking about too. The one where they had the slave, on fire, and they were basically roasting them, and everybody was like circling around and was just watching them. I was gonna use that one, man, but hey, Esau, they can't stand the truth, man. But hey, nevertheless, this truth is still gonna get out to the four corners of the earth, man. Thus said the Most High God. God, all praise, man. As long as he been keeping you, hey, he been keeping us out, man. Just trying to endure this wicked captivity, man. But first precept we're gonna get is Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20. Because we gotta always, have our mindset on, like, we can't just, Said I ain't never seen people shoot fireworks on any day other than. Yeah, you ain't lying. You know, unless it's just somebody just shooting for no reason, trying to hit somebody. But other than that, hey, they gonna be shooting on. Yeah, I know some people were saying that they were shooting even before 4th of July came. Yeah, but I know usually how it goes, they gonna be shooting tonight. They gonna be shooting the next day and the day after that. Probably all next week, man. But not even knowing the backstory on these different type of things. But like I was saying, with the Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 20, a lot of times our people, they don't understand, like, hey, if a person's not speaking according to the Most High God's word, then why would you believe him in the first place? Because Most High God said we ought to obey God rather than man, what we know according to Acts chapter 5 and verse 29. But you know, we always try to do things our way, and that's why we always go wrong. That's why we always have to subdue our own understanding. Because yeah, when we were children or like growing up or being in the world or whatever the case may be, we thought it was okay. We thought we weren't harming nobody. But sure enough, hey, we was harming our own selves and harming, you know, our children if you had any or had any at that time. Or, you know, as well as like cousins and nephews and nieces and so on and so forth. But go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 8, verse 20.
Uh-huh.
To the law and to the testimony.
So it says to the law and to the testimony. Not the laws of the land, not the laws that Esau be giving us, but the laws of the Most High God. Go ahead.
If they speak not according to this word.
So it says if they speak not according to this word, because no word in the Bible you're going to find 4th of July or any of these holidays that they have going on, for that matter, to celebrate those things. But we do know that Lord did give us a plethora of high holy days that he made for us to keep. But go ahead.
It is because there is no light in them.
It is what?
It is because there is no light in them.
It said it is because there is no light in them. I don't give a damn how many fireworks or guns you may shoot up in the air, and I don't care how bright you make the sky. Hey, you don't have that spiritual light up in you, Shalaki. Because let's get what the light is. Proverbs 6:23. Whenever you get there.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 23.
Uh-huh.
For the commandment is a lamp.
Read that again.
For the commandment is a lamp.
So it says, for the commandment is a lamp. You know, that's what lights up our world on a day-to-day basis. Because we know that we was all walking in darkness at one point in time in our lives. You know, some was doing it for 50 plus years, some for 40 plus years, some for 30, 20, 10. You know, I didn't get into the truth till I was, 20 years old. You know, been going as hard as I possibly could. You know, all praise to the Most High God. Then you have other brothers like Brother Donovan. You know, I know Brother, you know, Ezra. You know, Hosea. You know, Sister Genesis, Brother Yaakov, and so on and so forth. It's a plethora of brothers and sisters that you know, been in this truth for a number of years, man. And we still, you know, trying to keep on doing these things in the dirt. But go ahead.
And the law is light.
And the what?
And the law is light.
So when we came into the knowledge of the truth, hey, that was nothing but light unto us. We could see all the lies that they were telling us, man. Just like how Brother Yaakov said, 4th of July. Because that's all these bastards do is just lie to us, man. Lie to our people. Think that, hey, it's all good. But then, hey, come to find out that it's not all good, because you may be good with them and you may be pleasing man at the end of the day. But then when it comes down to it, you're not pleasing your God. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, hey, y'all not supposed to be celebrating 4th of July. But go ahead.
And reproofs.
And do what?
And reproof.
It said and reproof. Go ahead.
Of instruction.
Of what?
Of instruction.
Because the Lord gave us, I'm talking about simple instructions, man. He told us not to go into the way of the heathen. He told us, hey, don't even, you know, be conformed to any of these things that they may bring forth to us, man. But also we understand that the Lord did have grace upon us, because he said in the time of thine ignorance, God winked at. But now you commanded all men to repent. So once you got the knowledge of the truth, hey, you can't be out here, you know, being lukewarm or whatever the case may be. But go ahead.
Or the way of life.
Or what?
Or the way of life.
Because this is what that life is. We know even when we read Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 19 and the plethora of other precepts, we know that these laws is what gives us life. It also gives us light. It also gives us righteousness, you know, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and so on and so forth. All these things revert back to keeping the commandments. But you can go ahead and go back.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 8, verse 21.
Uh-huh.
And they shall pass through it, hardly, bestead, and hungry.
Read that again.
Verse 21. And they shall pass through it,
Uh-huh.
hardly, bestead, and hungry.
And what?
And hungry.
Because, you know, us as a nation of people, we was hungry, man. Like, you know, we was hungry for this word. We was hungry for the truth. And it's like, hey, we was trying to find something that actually sounded right and actually lined up with the Bible, man. You know, our flesh, they you know, we could give a damn, but, you know, our spirit, somewhere in us, you know, like I said, my sheep hear my voice. But, hey, at the same time, we was just searching, and then all praise to the Most High God, we found that thing, man. So you can't rock us back to sleep. Now, you know, you do have some brothers and sisters that may, you know, fall back into the world, but, hey, you know, sometimes those be vessels fitted for destruction. But, you know, we still pray for those brothers and sisters, man, and pray that they come back into this thing. Because this is the best thing that we could ever have, man. The Lord, out of all people, the Lord chose us, man. He gave us these laws, statutes, and commandments for an heritage, man. Not no religion, but our heritage. This is why we go day in and day out and try our best to, you know, keep these things, man. Because we know we keep these commandments, we have the right to the, you know, the tree of life or the eternal life. But let's go ahead and go to the next precept. Let's get Colossians chapter 2, verse 8.
You want to finish 21?
Huh?
You want to finish 21?
No. You have to finish. Shalom, Sister Mary Houston. How you doing? How the family? Let me get there.
The book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8.
Uh-huh.
Beware lest any man spoil you.
It said, beware lest any man spoil you. Go ahead.
Through philosophy.
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 That's it.
Philosophy. Just say it slow.
Philosophy.
Uh-huh.
In vain deceit.
So it says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. Go ahead.
After the tradition of man.
After who?
After the tradition of man.
1 second. Say hello. I'm in my house right waiting on the food to get done. I told me what she wanted. God, all praise, man. Because I mean, you know, we understand, like, if you staying with them, or if they there, or whatever the case may be, you know, like, you still honor them and give respect to them. But when it come down to them telling you to break the laws, statutes, and commandments, hey, that's a whole different ball game. Hey, you be like, hey, I'm sorry, Mom. Hey, I love you and all, but hey, I'm gonna obey him rather than you or anybody else, man. And sometimes you just gotta be blunt with that. Now, whether they respect it or not, hey, that's on them. But you stand your ground concerning that matter. Like you said, hey, you ain't putting none of them clothes on. Hey, stand on that, man. Come on, all praises. All praise. Hey, because that's the Most High God. He said he even make your enemies be at peace with you when it come down to that. So, you know, in that aspect, they will be considered your enemies because they trying to make you do according to the world and not according to the Most High God. But like you said, you honor and respect them. Hey, that's all that matters, because we know that's a commandment. But go ahead.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
So it says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. So let's see what some of these philosophies and vain deceits is. You know, like you say, these, like I just brought up a sis, Shalaki. I think it's sis, yeah. But like it says, hey, with these holidays, should I say, chasing the bag, seeing the next female you can hit, seeing the next man you can get money out of. I'm talking about seeing how you can seek fortune and fame, you know, how to sell out your people and all these different type of things. These are philosophies and vain deceits. Christianity, religion, these are all different type of philosophies and vain deceits, man. These things don't have a leg to stand on when it comes down to the actual truth of the Most High God. Shalom, Brother Johnny. But go ahead.
After the tradition of men.
After who?
After the tradition of men.
No, after the tradition of God.
After the tradition of men.
Because these are traditions of men. And we're going to touch on that even with the scribes and Pharisees. You know, because they was going after the traditions of men. They were so caught up in that, but they were forgetting the main objective on that aspect. You know, so caught up in, we're going to touch on it, but so caught up on that to the point where y'all forgot that, well, damn, Christ is the king. You know what I mean? He ain't going to tell us nothing wrong, you know. But then when it came down to them actually doing the things the Lord said, they wasn't doing those things. They were being straight hypocrites, man. And that's how a lot of our people is. You know, even when they be in Christianity, some that's even supposedly in the truth. You know, they be trying to you know, lump the world into this truth, or try to give like a feel-good sermon or a prosperity gospel, but that thing is not gonna coincide with one another. Good and evil do not mix. It's the same way with salt water and fresh water. It's not gonna mix. Water and oil, it's not gonna mix, man. The Lord made these things, you know, separate for a reason. Holy and unholiness is not gonna mix. Righteous and wickedness is not gonna mix. And so on and so forth. But go ahead and get Romans chapter 12 and verse 2.
The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
And be not conformed to this world.
So it says, be not conformed to this world. So yes, the world may be, hey, going, and, you know, and a lot of our people, they be peer pressured and, you know, fall into the ways of it. But he says, as for you, the ones that know better, hey, be not conformed to this world, man. This world doesn't have nothing to offer us, man. And we see that day in and day out. We always see how people, they try to do it their way, and they probably have the knowledge of the truth, but then, hey, lo and behold, they keep trying to do it their way, and the Most High God just keep on afflicting them, and, you know, he just keep on keep at it with it. Because even like it's a brother that be coming out to, they be coming out there, you know, talking to us where we be holding camp. Every time we see him, he got a black eye, or he got some scratches up on him, or, you know, be looking like he just got wore out. Probably a bald spot in his head, or whatever the case may be, man. It's like every time we see him, he just wax worse and worse, man. And hey, sometimes the Most High God just got to keep on, you know, afflicting you like that until you get it. But then some people, they just might not get it. Yeah, Blake, it be like that, man. But hey, you just continue to, hey, you laid the word down, and then hey, that's it. Cause a lot of people, they don't fear the Most High God, and you know they don't give honor to the to the King, man. So at the end of the day, they gonna have to answer for that, man. So hey, you did your part. You gave them warning about it. But go ahead, Daoud.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed.
But be ye what?
But be ye transformed.
It says, but be ye transformed. Every last one of us that came into the knowledge of this truth, we was transformed, man, into a new creature. We want that same old nigga or old nigga woman, how Officer Capt be saying, we ain't them people no more, man. Now, do them people try to come back every now and then? Yeah, they do. Cause we still got to deal with this flesh on a day-to-day basis, man. But at the same time, as much as that mud try to attack you, you should be trying to kill that thing off, man. And it be hard sometimes. Hey, you win some, you lose some, man. Just like how Pop said it Friday. But you live to fight another day. And every day the Most High God, you know, gives us opportunity to get it together, man. Hey, we should go hard in the paint, man. We should always, you know, try to do better than the next day. Because I know brothers and sisters, they may deal with road rage. Hey, shout out to Captain Jerubbaal. Hey, because I know he been dealing with that for a good minute. But nevertheless, I know I can still working on that. Then you have some that have to work on their temper, whatever the case may be, man. But it's like all these different type of things, hey, one way or another, hey, as long as we don't let them consume us and, you know, overtake us, man, we'll be all right, man. Because the Lord knows we trying as a nation of people. That's why he's speeding up the time as fast as he is, man. Because I'm like, we was just at Sabbath class, man. We just had Sabbath. Now we back at it. Every time we turn our head, we be back at it, man. And the Lord's going to continue to do that, man. Because, you know, like how the precepts say, if it was possible, hey, they'll fool the very elect, man. But, hey, the Most High God, he already spoke that it's going to be 1/3 of his people and 144,000 that's going to be in the kingdom with him. And we know that the Most High God, he ain't finna lie about that thing. Everything the Most High God ever spoke on, it always already came to pass. It's happening right now, or it's going to come to pass, man. Now it's up to our people if they gonna accept that thing. Just like with this July 4th thing. Hey, sure enough, the Lord is gonna bring a whole lot of judgment on a lot of our people, man. You're gonna see some people put to death tonight. You're gonna see some houses burned down. Now, as far as like if the Lord see you fit to be able to overcome that thing, or like get hit by whatever the case may be, that's between you and the Most High God, because he said he gonna have mercy on who he have mercy upon, man. The compassion who he have compassion on. We don't wouldn't want it to happen, but whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, man, on that aspect. But go ahead.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
But be ye what?
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
It says, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Because it's like a whole reset, man. It says by the renewing of your mind, because you got to renew your mind. Everything that you learned in this world, throw it in the trash. Now, unless it wasn't according to, where there's no law, there's no sin in that aspect. But anything that was folly, throw it in the trash. Christianity, throw it in the trash. These holidays, throw it in the trash. Cutting grandma's yard on the Sabbath, throw it in the trash. Trying to trim your ways for love, throw it in the trash. Having respect to persons, throw it in the trash. Let me see. Yeah, like you said, they being sensual, man. They hate when that truth come out. Say it sounds familiar. You see it speeding up the times. I heard something like that. Something similar to that. And Sean, are you asking me if I'm Jamaican? If you ask me that to answer your question, no, I'm not Jamaican. I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. The Jamaicans would be the Benjamites according to the Bible. Yeah. But go ahead and read that.
And be not conformed to this world.
And be not what?
Be not conformed to this world.
It says, be not conformed to this world. Read on.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
By the what?
By the renewing of your mind.
Read on.
That ye may prove what is that good.
That you may what?
That ye may prove what is that good.
It says, so that you may prove what is that good. And we know what's good according to the Bible. Let's go ahead and get it. Romans chapter 7, verse 12.
The book of Romans chapter 7, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
Wherefore the law is holy.
Uh-huh.
And the commandment holy.
Uh-huh.
And just.
Uh-huh.
And good.
And what?
And good.
So the law, statutes, and commandments, that is what's good. That's what you prove it on a day-to-day basis every time you keep those things. That's a good precept, Brother Cedric. That's a good precept, man. That precept with that Proverbs 21 or 11 and 21 too. That though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. But let's go ahead and go to the next precept. Let's get 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Yeah, even like how the precept says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Because sure enough, if you going out tonight, it's a possibility, you could, catch a straight bullet, man, or catch the crossfire, all because you wanted to be nosy and be conformed to this world, man. If you an Israelite, get your ass in the house, because it's our Sabbath, man. Of course, us brothers and sisters, y'all got jobs and stuff that y'all got to work in that aspect. We ain't going to be crazy about it. But if you out just trying to look at the fireworks and, and all that, leave that alone, man. But go ahead.
The book of John, 1 John chapter 2, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
Love not the world.
Do what?
Love not the world.
So it says, love not the world, man. Read on.
Neither the things that are in the world.
Neither what?
Neither the things that are in the world.
So even like how we always bring out, even with this precept, how they try to pull out in John 3:16, for God so loved the world and all this. But it's many different type of worlds, man. You know, in the John 3:16, that's talking about the world of Israel. But then when it comes down to this world, he's telling us not to love. Hey, that's talking about the world of Esau, man. Or this wicked kingdom right now. Hey, we shouldn't be falling for the okie doke for these different type of things that they may give us. Because when they be giving us them fireworks and, you know, having us, you know, barbecue, or they be having them specials and stuff, even though it be straight up abomination and the foul foods that they be putting on the grill, hey, they be having you like messed up, man. Because, hey, the Lord said, hey, judgment's going to start with the house of Israel, man. So that's why majority of times you see a majority of our people, no matter what holiday it may be, hey, it's always our people that be, you know, going through some of the most. Meanwhile, Esau and them, hey, they over there laughing, cracking jokes. God, all praises. But yeah, meanwhile, Esau and them, they over there cracking jokes, cracking open cold beers, because the Lord can give a damn what they do. But he care about what you do, man. That's why that judgment always happens with our people. Now, it's not to say that you won't see casualties of the other nations, but as a majority, it always be our people. But go ahead.
Verse 15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
So it said, if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So them commandments, they not in you, man. That's just plain and simple for the lack of, you know, terminology. Go ahead.
The book of James, chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulteries and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God?
So that's another precept. It says, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Meaning, hey, if you have the cares of this world upon your mind, you're an enemy of God, man. That's what that enmity goes into. The Lord has a controversy with you, man. He has an issue with you. He has a conflict with you. But go ahead.
Whosoever, therefore, will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God.
Is what?
Is the enemy of God.
Hey, he basically summed it up, man, and said it verbatim. So, hey, what we're going to do, we're going to try to be the enemy of the Lord, or we're going to be the friends of the Lord, man. Because the Lord said, hey, them that do the things that I say, them my friends, man. You know, when Yahweh was, you know, explaining that, man. I'd rather be on the good side of the Most High God than, you know, the evil side. Because we understand he's a great and terrible God. So if you're doing the things that he say, you're going to be on the great side of it. If you ain't doing the things he say, you're going to be on the terrible side of it, man. But let's go ahead and go to Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. Because you finished that 1 John 2 15 already?
Yeah, I finished 15. You want 16? No.
Nah, that's it.
You want Galatians what?
6 and 7.
6. The book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked.
So it says, be not deceived. That's what the Lord started out with these Galatians. He said, be not deceived. These things is going on right now. But go ahead.
God is not mocked.
He said, God is not mocked. He said, hey, do not be deceived, because God is not mocked. Go ahead.
For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
Read that again.
A man soweth, that shall he also reap.
He said that man soweth, he shall also reap. So you going out here, hey, sowing, you know, fireworks and, you know, big barbecue, big pork ribs and all this, man. Hey, you gonna reap that thing in the end, man. Because that's even what that Isaiah chapter, 66 is going to. When we're talking about one hiding behind a tree, eating swine's flesh. We know that goes into like a future prophecy per se, you know, when World War III kick off and they dropping them nukes. Hey, who's to say that the Lord don't show it on a smaller aspect? You over there hide, you know, behind a tree, eating swine's flesh. The next thing you know, a big ass firecracker come and crack you upside your head, man. And then, hey, it could possibly put you to death or make you lose a finger or arm or something, man. Hey, the Lord has many different ways of, you know, getting at you, man. That's why he said the great and terrible God, man. But go ahead.
Verse 8, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
So it says, he that soweth to his flesh shall reap corruption, man. And that's all that's out here, man, is straight corruption. Because we know that now a person out there is going to be reading, you know, and applying the things that they, you know, unless it's the brothers that's, you know, going out to the highways and the byways in that aspect. Where, hey, for the majority, you know, they out there for, you know, the fireworks, a cold beer, get drunk out of their mind. Like how they say, white boy wasted. And then not have a care in the world, man. Then next thing you know, car wreck happen. And they lose their life, man. I mean, it happened every year, man. But go ahead.
But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
Reap what?
Reap life everlasting.
But he said, he that soweth the Spirit, you know, with the Spirit, he's going to reap life everlasting, man. And that's what we are looking forward to, man. Because it is a temporary things that make our people feel good, and they, you know, they fall for it every time. But then in the end, they got to reap that thing. Meanwhile, if you're doing what the Lord telling you to do, hey, you're going to reap eternal life, man. You're going to reap that rest, man. Just like I had said in that 2 Ezra chapter 8, there's a mighty precept that Soldier Donovan had brought out, about 2 classes ago. But go ahead.
Verse 9. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not.
Read that again.
And let us not be weary in well-doing.
So it said, let us not be weary in well-doing. Because think about it on a smaller scale. So you had friends that you hung with, and they parents let them do anything, man. I'm talking about anything in the world you could ever imagine. They'll let them do it. Meanwhile, you had them strict parents, man, where they didn't let you go out the house. Or if you did go in the house, you could only go to that part of the gate, to that part of the gate. Or in some cases, they probably let you go to the street, but you better not go around the corner. You better not go down the street. You better not even walk to the next door neighbor even if they right there, man. Because hey, you had them type of parents. So just imagine, or like think about it on this aspect. The Lord is that strict parent. He said, hey, don't be weary in well-doing, because ultimately, hey, you got to answer to him in the first place. So he's that strict parent, and he let you know, hey, I already laid the foundation. I laid the ground rules on that, man. Hey, don't disobey me. Meanwhile, you have all the other children doing whatever they want to. But go ahead, read on.
For in due season.
For in what?
For in due season.
Because whenever you do what your parents told you to do, and you obeyed them, you be rewarded for that thing, Shalaki. But then if you ain't doing what your parents told you, then hey, that's a totally different ball game, man. You get that, hey, belt to ass, as we say nowadays. But go ahead.
We shall reap if we faint not.
We shall what?
We shall reap if we faint not.
It says, in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So as long as you enduring this thing and keep on doing the things that the Lord told you to do, you're all right, man. I mean, the Lord he made it so easy for us. Don't get me wrong, it do be a battle. But like when I say easy, I mean as far as these commandments. It's not hard for to keep these commandments, man. It's not. Now you do have your battles, like you said, but overall, the commandments that he laid down for us, it's not hard to do, man. Now we know it is some that may be hard in that aspect, as far as like, because due to us being in captivity. But there's always ways and avenues to get up at that thing. It says, what if your parents didn't want you to do something or do upload somewhere in here? I mean, because you got to think about it even on a grander scale. Like, say if with the Most High God, you ask him for like anything, like a car, whatever the case may be, or something like a house, and the Lord don't do it in that aspect, because hey, he's like, hey, now you don't need that. I got something better in plan for you. So on that aspect, are you gonna be hurt because the Lord didn't answer that prayer in that aspect? But then later on down the line, he blessed you with something better, and you know, a greater opportunity or whatever the case may be. So I wouldn't just be upset about it. I mean, you know, that comes with obeying, you know, your parents. Because if they told you no, then I mean, hey, what could you possibly do? You know, I mean, it's like it's a hit or miss question, man. Cause I mean, you could talk to them, but overall, if they got their mind fully, you know, set on not letting you do it, you gotta respect that at the end of the day. But he says just ask because I know it's strict parents and some children, you know. Yeah, in that aspect, you know, it says he that turned away is feared from hearing the law, even his prayer. Kind of good precept, but yeah, like you said, you because yeah, I mean, cause you know, even with our parents, it may be things that we may not see as fair, but then as we get older, we realize that damn, they was being fair. They was just being strict because you know they actually love me in that aspect. But then when it come down to them parents, they be letting their children do anything. Sometimes they either lose their children or something happen to their children or any type of thing, man. That's why, you know, you just respect that thing as a whole. But go ahead and bring that up.
Verse 10. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good.
Let us what?
Let us do good.
It says, for we have opportunity, let us do good. You know, going back to the commandments. Go ahead.
Unto all men.
Unto who?
Unto all men.
So it said, let us do unto all men. So we know, yes, in this aspect, you know, we do good. It's like going, you know, being at peace with all men with that Romans 12 and 18. You know, in that aspect. You know, not rendering evil for evil, you know, because we understand that we render evil and evil for evil. We go up and slap, you know, Esau for no damn reason. Hey, there will be a consequence behind that. Now, you do have a right to, hey, defend yourself in that aspect, man. So, you know, that's just another precept for Romans 12 and 18. Do good unto all men. You know, not going out there and picking fights for no damn reason. But let's go ahead and go to the next precept. Let's get Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 21. Shalom, sis. Shalom. How you doing?
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 21.
Uh-huh.
And they shall not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech.
To Molech.
Molech. Neither shall thou profane the name of thy God.
The who?
The name of thy God.
So even with like how you just asked that question, you know, that's really a precept for that. Say you shouldn't let your children pass, well, let your seed pass through the fire of Molech. You know, Molech is another word for like Satan or like, you know, you're like the devil, whatever the case may be. But go ahead.
I am the Lord.
I am who?
I am the Lord.
Read that from the top one more time.
Verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech.
To who?
To Molech.
So even with like bringing it up to the class's perspective on, you know, July 4th, just because you're doing it for the children, you still shouldn't be passing them through the fire, man. Because that's why little children be getting set on fire and, you know, losing fingers or losing an eyeball or whatever the case may be, man. Because you passing them through that fire. You think that you letting them do something that you think is good, then next thing you know, they get the judgment on the back end. But go ahead. Well, sis, everything good over here. You know, the family all right. You know, just enduring as usual. But go ahead. What you had? Go ahead. One second, Israel. Wait on you.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21.
I was going to pull that later.
Okay.
Hold that.
Okay. You want to steal Leviticus?
Yeah, read Leviticus 18 to 21 from the top.
Well, at least I got it in 1 month.
Con, that's another good precept for that, Brother Yaakov. Go ahead.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech.
To who?
To Molech.
Read on.
neither shall thou profane the name of thy God.
Because you do be profaning the name of God when you do these things, man. Let your children do it. But go ahead.
I am the Lord.
I am what?
I am the Lord.
So that is one of that's a commandment that the Lord had instilled in us. But let's get Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 14.
The book of Leviticus chapter 19 verse 14.
Thou
shalt not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind.
So it says, thou shalt not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind. Because, children, when they growing up, they in certain aspects, they don't know no better, man. They just doing what they seen their parents do. That's why he said, train up a child in the way he should go. When he's older, he shall not depart from it, man. So if you training your child up in that aspect, then that's why they be doing that thing and thinking it's okay, man. But hey, so because that blood will be up on your heads if you letting them do that. Now, once they get older and they start doing their own thing, say if they come into the knowledge of the truth, then, in that aspect, and you stay in the world, you still have to answer for that. But then, being that stumbling block is still staying in the world. But then when it comes out of them, the Lord look past that ignorance on that aspect. But go ahead.
Verse 14 from the top. Thou shalt not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind. But shall fear thy God.
But shall what?
But shall fear thy God.
It said, but you shall fear thy God. Go ahead.
I am the Lord.
I am who?
I am the Lord.
Let's go again.
No. Verse 15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment.
You shall what?
Ye shall not do no unrighteousness in judgment.
Now you can hold that. Give me Mark chapter 7, verse 7. You want to hold it? You said hold it? No. You can go.
The book of Mark, chapter 7, verse
7.
Verse 7. Howbeit in vain do thou worship me, teaching for doctrines.
Teaching for what?
Teaching for doctrines.
July 4th.
Teaching for doctrines.
Juneteenth.
Teaching for doctrines.
Independence Day.
Teaching for doctrines.
So on and so forth, man. These are different doctrines and holidays that these people have upon us, man. But go ahead.
The commandments of man.
The who?
The commandments of man.
So this is a commandment of man. Because, hey, the Lord, you ain't going to find this nowhere in the Bible about, like we said earlier, we ain't going to find that nowhere in the Bible, man, about Esau's Independence Day. You think the Lord give a damn about Esau's Independence Day? Hey, they could be independent to the ends of the earth, man. The Lord wouldn't give a damn. But, hey, wait till our real Independence Day, come about, man. That's when, hey, Yahri shall gonna come back and, hey, we gonna be independent from these damn heathen nations, man. And then roles is gonna be reversed. They'll be the slaves, man. While, hey, we serve our God, for eternity, man. But go ahead.
Verse 8. For laying aside the commandment
of God. For what?
For laying aside the commandment of God.
Because that's what our people do, is laying aside the commandment of God, man. Throwing it to the wayside. Like they don't have no damn care in the world, man. They give a damn what the Lord say. And the same way you doing the Lord's commandments, it's the same way he gonna do you in the end, man. He gonna throw you to the wayside, throw you to the lake of fire. But go ahead.
Ye hold the tradition of man.
Ye what?
Ye hold the tradition of man.
So this is the what we were talking about earlier, about like the scribes and Pharisees, holding on to the tradition of men, because it's finna explain itself in the next verse. But go ahead.
As the washing of the pots.
As the what?
As the washing of pots.
It says as the washing of pots. Go ahead.
And cups.
And what?
And cups. And many other such like things ye do.
And many what?
And many other such like things you do.
So they were so caught up about like the washing the cups and the pots and stuff. I'm like, what does that have to do with you getting salvation, man? What does July 4th have to do with you getting salvation? What does Christianity have to do with you getting salvation? None of these things, really have a pot to piss in when it come down to it, man. But keeping these laws gets you salvation. Being obedient to your God gets you salvation. Loving your brother as yourself gets you salvation. And just honoring the king gets you a place in the kingdom and so on and so forth, man. But go ahead.
Verse 9. And he said unto them, full well, ye reject the commandments of God.
Ye what?
Ye reject the commandments of God.
It says, full well, ye reject the commandments of God.
That ye may keep your own traditions.
That ye may what?
That ye may keep your own traditions.
It says that ye may keep your own traditions, man. Whenever you start putting them things above the Lord, hey, that's where you go wrong. Burger, Sleet, or Slet, whatever your name is. It says Yahweh Shah, Jesus is the truth. Hell is real. We all sin. He died on the cross. Sounds like Christianity. But anyways, hell is real. Now, it ain't the hell that you may be talking about, because hell is a condition when it comes down to it, man. Right now, the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the Israelites, we are catching hell right now. That's why they say it's hell on earth. And true enough, Christ is the truth. But we ain't talking about the Sebo one. We ain't talking about Caesar Borgia, man, the doggy stringer here with the blue eyes, man. We ain't talking about him. We talking about the one that you read about in Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14. The one that has the hair in his head is white like and his hair is white like wool. We talking about the one that has the skin of brass or bronze, as if they burned in a furnace. And your feet is gonna be the same damn color as the rest of your body. Sometimes it may be lighter, sometimes it may be darker, but nevertheless it's still the same shade, which comes from the tribe of Judah, which was slew and hung on a tree. Hey, faith with that Capt Benaniyah beat me to it, because I was sure finna go to it. Faith without works is dead. Says, put your faith in him alone to save you. Trust in what he did for you. So how do you prove that, man, with your faith? Don't you have to put forth some type of works? Because every last one of the prophets and, you know, even the sisters, Hebrews chapter 11, like every last one of them, they did some type of work in order for, you know, for them to show that they had faith. It wasn't them just saying, I have faith. Anybody can say something. Like I say, a funky pair of lips can say anything. Jesus saves, our works don't. Well, what you think Christ was doing? He was keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And by his works, hey, he's able to, you know, save us in that aspect, because he is the word made flesh, right? But you can go ahead and get it. Jump down to like with Abraham. Or you just get James chapter 1 verse 22.
Yeah.
Oh, you can go to 2 and 14.
The book of James, chapter 2, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
What do it profit my brethren?
Uh-huh.
Through a man say he had faith,
uh-huh,
and have not works.
And have not what?
And have not works.
Read on.
Can faith save him?
Can what?
Can faith save him?
So we ask you that, Burger. Can faith save you? Read on.
If a brother or sister be naked,
uh-huh,
and destitute
uh-huh,
of daily food,
uh-huh,
and one of you say unto them,
uh-huh,
depart in peace.
Depart in what?
Depart in peace.
So it's giving an example of this. Go ahead.
Be ye warned,
uh-huh,
and filled,
uh-huh,
not with standing.
uh-huh,
Ye give them not those things
uh-huh,
which are needful
uh-huh,
to the body.
Read on.
What do it profit?
What do it what?
What do it profit?
Read on.
Even so, faith, if it had not works, is dead.
Is what?
Is dead.
So it gave the example, like say if a brother or sister, they in need, and you don't give them none of these things, it says, hey, what does that thing profit? You telling them to go back their merry way, but you ain't putting no works behind it. You just telling them, it's basically no better than a pastor telling you just pray about it. I'm like, where's your works at, man? You ain't you ain't showing me in the scriptures what I need to do in order to be able to prosper in this thing. But go ahead.
Being alone.
Being what?
Being alone.
Uh-huh.
Verse 18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith.
Thou hast what?
Thou hast faith.
Read on.
And I have works.
Uh-huh.
Show me thy faith without thy works.
So it says, show me your faith without your works. Go ahead.
And I will show thee my faith by my works.
And he will what?
And I will show thee by my faith by my works.
So, hey, you said he gonna show his faith by his works, man. That's how you show that you have faith, man. And faith just reverts back to keeping the commandments. So, therefore, hey, if you have faith, you gonna have some type of works, man. I just like talking. But anyways, let's go ahead and go to Amos chapter 5, verse 21.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21. I hate.
Read that again.
I hate.
One more time.
I hate.
One more.
I hate.
So this is what the Lord says. Well, according to y'all, well, you know, those that's in Christianity and the ways of, or in this world period, y'all think the Lord don't hate. The Lord said otherwise. What'd he say?
I hate.
Read on.
I despise your feast days.
He says, I despise your feast days, not my feast days. Because, you know, some people, they try to take that and run with it, talking about, see, the Lord told you he hates your feast days. No, not his feast days. Not the Passover, Tabernacles, dedication, Day of Atonement, with Pentecost, you know, like you said, first fruits, huh? I said Tabernacle. What destruction of Nicanor, I already said dedication. And whatever other, you know, high holy days that we may have. He ain't talking about them, Feast of Purim too. He ain't talking about them because he made them for the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Israelites. Now, he do hate July 4th, Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, Juneteenth, even though y'all try to coincide that with us, we were still, Halloween, we were still in captivity during that time, man. And there's a plethora of other precepts, but nevertheless, like the Lord said, I despise your feast days. But go ahead.
I despise your feast days.
Uh-huh.
And I would not smell in your solemn assembly.
So he said he's not smelling none of that. Hey, he ain't trying to smell no chitlins. He ain't trying to smell no pork ribs. He ain't trying to smell no funky hot dogs. Hey, he ain't trying to smell none of the squirrels or crocodiles or possums that y'all may be eating. He ain't trying to smell none of that, man. He ain't trying to smell that catfish. He ain't trying to smell the crawfish, crab, shrimp, and lobster. None of that. But go ahead.
Though ye offer me burnt offerings.
He said, though you burn me burnt offerings, you may cook that mud to the best or to its perfection. The Lord still don't give a damn about it, man. Well, go ahead.
Though ye offer me burnt offerings, and your meat offerings.
And your what?
And your meat offerings.
It says, though you burn me your offerings and your meat offerings. Go ahead.
I would not accept them.
I would not what?
I would not accept them.
Read on.
Neither will I regard the peace offering of your fat beast.
Of your what?
Of your fat beast.
So the Lord is not regarding none of these things, man. Go ahead.
Take thou away from me the noise of thy song.
The what?
The noise of thy song.
So, all that, man, the Lord ain't trying to hear that, man. Damn well ain't trying to hear jingle bells. He ain't trying to hear whatever songs y'all may sing on Thanksgiving. He ain't trying to hear them Halloween songs, man. He ain't trying to hear the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, any of that, man. But go ahead.
For I would not hear the melody of thy vows.
For what?
For I would not hear the melody of thy vows.
So he said, for I would not hear the melody of thy vows, man. I mean, the Lord don't even hurt, but yeah, in that aspect, hey, it hurts the Lord's ears, man, to hear that, man. Like, I'm talking about y'all pissed the Lord off with that thing, man. Y'all gonna be singing or rapping about anything, you better be rapping about the Lord and keeping these damn commandments. Hey, man, and death to America. But go ahead. Let's go ahead and go to Isaiah chapter 1, verse 14. Well, matter of fact, no, read your verse 24. Got it? Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 20.
No. Go back to Amos, chapter 5, verse 24.
I think it said Isaiah.
No, I said it's Isaiah, but I was talking about, now go back and read verse 24.
Verse 24. But let judgment run down as water.
Read that again.
But let judgment run down as water.
So, hey, that's the only thing that these holidays going to be getting, man. Judgment run down as water. And we know one thing about water, that is an unstoppable force. You is not going to stop that thing, man. That's why every so often, they be having to, reinstall them damn dams that they be making. No pun intended, damn dams. But they be having to reinstall them things, man. Because that water pressure, it just be too much for them. Even at my job, it's some stuff called leachate water. It's that black water, man. You know, we work at the landfill. So they be trying to stop it from getting into the storm water, man. But I'm like, it don't matter how much of that dirt and mud you may put up on it. You're not finna stop that water. If the Lord told that water, hey, go come and spring out from that mud or that dirt, it's gonna do that thing, man. And it's gonna go wherever soever it likes, man. Or, you know, of course, with the Most High God's behalf, or whatever the case may be, man. You ain't finna stop it. So that's the same way the Lord's judgment is gonna come. It's like a ring. So hey, it probably missed you this time, but best believe that thing is coming right back around. That's where they be getting these movies Final Destination from, man. Then it was one part of it where dude was barbecuing, and the whole damn barbecue grill blew up, and then hey, his arm landed on his mama's plate, man. You know, that's movie's perspective, but hey, the Lord could do that too, man. But go ahead.
In righteousness as a mighty stream.
Stream. It said in righteousness as a mighty stream, man. Because righteousness, it's always going to, supersede wickedness in that aspect, man. But yeah, go ahead and read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 12. When ye come to appear before me.
When you what?
When ye come to appear before me.
Read on.
Who had required this at your hand?
At your what?
At your hand.
Read on.
To trend my courts.
To do what?
To trend my courts.
Bring
no more vain
oblations.
Incense and an abomination.
It says, bring no more vain oblations. It says, what you say again? Read that again. Oblations or what else?
Oblations,
incense, and read else.
Is an abomination.
And what?
Is an abomination.
Read on.
Unto me, the new moons,
and
Sabbaths, the calling of assembly.
The what?
The calling of assembly.
Read on.
I cannot away with.
I can what?
I cannot away.
So even when it come down to these new moons and these different type of feast days, now it's some like some discernment on that. Now is it saying that we shouldn't be keeping the feast days and new moons? No, it's not saying that. We supposed to be keeping those things because the Lord made them. Now when it come down to like, I don't know if you brothers and sisters remember, but with that brother that had pork, man, on, and what he called it, Yahweh Day on, Thanksgiving, but he called it Yahweh Day. Dealing with them type of aspects of it. Say you ain't no better than in the time of the Grecians when they was putting pork on the damn on the altar, man. And so that's what the Lord is going into. He's talking about he ain't trying to hear none of that. Like when you come down to that, it's supposed to be a righteous convocation, but then you putting pork everywhere. You letting women twerk everywhere. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. So them type of new moons and feast days that's a straight abomination. That's what he's talking about in that aspect. Or then, you can still coincide it with these holidays that they have, or like with these Christian pastors, same way with them. Because if you know the knowledge of the truth and you doing that, hey, the Lord, hey, he's after you, man. But go ahead.
It is iniquity.
It is what?
It is iniquity.
So, hey, even though it's a new moon, that mother will be iniquity if you doing that, man. The Lord, the same way how he said in Amos chapter 5, verse 21, hey, he said, I despise your feast days. Because, hey, the Lord, what did it look like the Lord, you giving the Lord support or trying to offer support to him? But go ahead.
Even the solemn meeting.
Even the what?
Even the solemn meeting.
Uh-huh.
Your new moons.
Your what?
Your new moons.
Uh-huh.
And your appointed feast, my soul hated.
My what?
My soul hated.
It said, the Lord said, my soul hated that thing, man. So you know it got to be a terrible thing when the Lord said, my soul hate that thing, man. That's like how King David said, it's something about I hate them with perfect hatred. Hey, Lord hate that thing perfectly, man. But go ahead.
They are a trouble unto me.
They are what?
They are a trouble unto me.
Finish that out.
I am weary.
I am what?
I am weary.
Uh-huh.
To bear them.
To what?
To bear them.
He said, I am weary to bear them, man. But let's go ahead and go to Sirach chapter 33 and verse 7. We got about 2 more precepts, y'all. We be up out of here. What?
Do it one day
Excel.
When as all the light of every day and the year is of the sun. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. The book of Sirach, chapter 33, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
What do it one day excel another?
It said, why do it one day excel another? Go ahead.
Why do it one day excel another?
Uh-huh.
When as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun.
Is of the what?
Is of the sun.
So it's asking the question, why does one day excel another? When every single day you're going to see the sun. Even if it's hiding behind the clouds, you know, it's still going to be right behind them clouds, man. And it may peak every now and then. But go ahead.
By the knowledge of the Lord.
By the what?
By the knowledge of the Lord.
It says by the knowledge of the Lord. Meaning the Lord, he picked these things out, man. But go ahead.
They were distinguished.
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 Huh?
Distinguished.
Distinguished.
Good. It says distinguished, meaning they were basically separated or like you know, altered in that aspect. Or what's another word, synonym for that? Like basically you know, being set apart, for lack of better words. But go ahead.
Any altered seasons.
And he what?
Any altered seasons.
So he said he altered season. You know, we have what, spring, summer, winter, fall. But go ahead.
And feast.
And what?
And feast.
So he said he altered seasons and feasts. So in them appointed seasons, in them appointed seasons, them appointed feasts should be kept in those things. So you can't be having dedication in the springtime when that's supposed to be Passover. You can't have Passover during the wintertime when that's supposed to be dedication. You can't have tabernacles during the Feast of Purim, man, because we know that's around like summer, springtime, or whatever the case may be. But go ahead.
Some of them had he made high days. High days. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them had he made high days. And hollowed them.
And what?
And hollowed them.
Wait, because I hope I said that right. Tabernacle, you know, it's in the fall time, but y'all know what I mean, damn it. Like Capt Benaniyah be saying, but go ahead.
And some of them had he made ordinary days.
Read that from the top again.
Verse 9. Some of them had he made high days.
So he said some of them had he made high days, meaning high holy days. Go ahead.
And hollowed them.
And did what?
And hollowed them.
And set them on high, but go ahead.
And some of them had he made ordinary days.
And he says, and some of them had he made ordinary days. Like today, it's an ordinary day to us. We don't give a damn. Now, we are speaking on it because, you know, some more people, they may come up, you know, come across this video. And I know it's other brothers, you know, that's, you know, probably talking about this account as well, man. Or this, you know, this situation as well. You know, so once they come into the knowledge of it, you know, it may be like big kicking it and big drinks and big fireworks. But then once they come into the knowledge of the truth, hey, it'll be an ordinary day to them too, man. But hey, we don't give a damn about it. But, you know, we speak on it, but go ahead.
Verse 10. And all men are from the ground.
And what?
And all men are from the ground.
Oh, that's all I want on that. Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 47.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47.
Uh-huh.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
He said, because thou then servest the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart. Go ahead.
For the abundance of all things.
No, of some things.
All things.
He said, of all things. Go ahead.
Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies.
Shall thou what?
For therefore shall thou serve thy enemies.
It says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. So, hey, and sure enough, we are serving them, man. Even with, whenever our people don't understand that. Whenever you be keeping these holidays or what they call holidays, hey, know that you serving your enemy, man. That goes back into like even what I had brought out earlier with that Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 15. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, even with that precept, or Proverbs 11 and 21. Though hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. That's all you're doing, man. You letting them have 2 Maccabees chapter 4 verse 15 say, letting them be your enemy and your avenger, man. You gotta pick a side. Are they gonna be your enemy, or they gonna be your avenger? They're gonna be your avenger, they're gonna be your enemy. They can't be both of them, man, because as far as we are concerned, we have one avenger and we have a hell of a lot of enemies, man. And that one avenger, we know that's Christ, man. Yeah, how was shot, man. But go ahead.
Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Which who?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
He said, which the Lord shall send against thee, because we can't get the thing misconstrued. Yes, the Lord did this thing, but it was for our disobedience.
And hunger.
And what?
And hunger.
So it says in hunger. You want to go to these people in one of all things, like in hunger, when it come down to your food and, whether it be like fruit, vegetables, or the meats, man.
And in thirst.
And thirst. Hey, we know that water, hey, they already starting with the fireworks. But yeah, it said in thirst. Yeah, water comes straight from the sky, man. But hey, sure enough, we had to buy it from these people, man. Because hey, they'll give you a ticket if you try to collect rainwater, man. And I mean, I'm talking about, hey, you can go to a damn lake and they probably give you a ticket then. Talking about, hey, what you doing with that bucket of water? Like, I'm trying to drink this. But hey, they said in one of our things, man, but go ahead.
And in nakedness.
It says in nakedness. So wherever you get your clothes from, whether it's designer or whether it's just some ordinary clothes, man, you gonna have to still go to them people, man. And that's, a lot of our people, they be so caught up in like the designer clothes, the name brands and stuff. You still going to him for it. Even if you got brothers and sisters that had their own little clothing line. Where you think they getting that material to make them shirts and pants and shoes or whatever the case may be from? They getting it from their enemy. But go ahead.
And in one of all things.
It says in one of all things. Birth certificate.
And in one of all things.
Death certificate.
And in one of all things.
Social security card.
And in one of all things.
ID.
And in one of all things.
CDLs.
And in one of all things.
Man, I'm talking about religion.
And in one of all things.
Hey, man, even though religion is wicked, man, but you still got to go to them in one of all things. But go ahead.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he said, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. So, hey, you want to come down to it. You did have that yoke of iron upon your neck when July 4th was going on in 1776. Now, physically, they ain't got that iron up on our neck right now, but spiritually, it's there on a lot of our people, man. But go ahead.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until he have what?
Until he have destroyed thee.
So it was to the point where they didn't even have to, have the physical chains and iron up on our necks no more. Now they said until they destroyed thee. So now we got a mental chain or a mental yoke of iron up on our neck, man. And our people would take that thing and run with it, man. I'm talking about they love, like how Capt Benaniyah say, they love Esau's dirty drawers, man. I'm talking about they love his dirty drawers, his toenails, the hair that fall off his back, his fingernails. I'm talking about, man, everything. His rotten teeth, his smell. But go ahead.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
It said, the Lord shall bring thee against thee a nation from far, man. But go ahead.
From the end of the earth.
From the what?
From the end of the earth.
It says from the end of the earth. Go ahead.
As swift as the eagle. Fly.
As what?
As swift as the eagle flies.
It says as swift as the eagle flies, man. You know, us in the comment section, you know, we know what that's going into. We know that's going into Esau, man. Yeah, even when you look at the back of your dollar, man, or your quarter, whose symbol is the eagle, man. Hey, that same eagle that has Independence Day, quote unquote. Not our independence, because our symbol, you know, if you're from the tribe of Judah, it's a lion. You know, our king, you know, it's a lion. Then, you know, you got with Issachar being a donkey and so on and so forth. But go ahead.
A nation's whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
It says a nation's tongue who we shouldn't understand, man. Because we didn't understand it. When we got off them slave ships, we didn't understand that. We didn't understand English. That thing was beating to us, man. We all seen it, like even with the movie Roots. Brother said his name is Kuta Kente. Esau said, no, your name is Toby. And he had to beat that into him, man, for him to finally go ahead and say Toby, man. But, you know, and that probably, I ain't gonna lie, that probably, I mean, it says no new thing under the sun, so it probably come a time where they have us all chained up and stuff, man, because Jacob's trouble, it do gotta happen, man. But, hey, like you said, the dead in Christ shall rise first. It said, talking about your earth, your slave name. What is your name? Hey, I'm talking about, hey, Razatat. Then they keep on beating me. They want me to say, but I'm not folding, man. I know that's how brothers and sisters should be thinking, man. And I know some brothers and sisters, they got that mindset, hey, this is my name, man. You're going to kill me. I ain't eating that pork or none of that. But go ahead.
A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance. Go ahead.
Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
It says they didn't regard the old nor the young, man. Because they don't care what's going on out there right now. I'm already knowing, sis. I know you, hey, I know the grandchildren and the daughters, hey, they ain't folding either. Hey, some young soldiers, man, with all praises. But like we said, it said they ain't regarding neither old nor young, man. Hey, just like how they would cook, you know, barbecue, because that's what that barbecue was going into, man. Like when they were cooking our people, you know, for the 4th of July. Here, before then, they were roasting our people, man. Yeah, even with Nat Turner, they cooked that man, and, you know, what they burnt up his bones and turned it to like some, I think they turned it to like some powder or something like that, if I ain't mistaken. But yeah, they did some atrocious things to our people, man. So, hey, they just like how they were cooking the old men or the old women, hey, they were cooking the children too, man, as soon as they come out the damn womb. And that is what type of people them people is, man. But our people don't have a lick of sense to know that, hey, I wonder why they barbecue on this. This is why, man. You know, to make a mockery of our damn people, man, because they barbecuing our ass while they was getting their independence. But go ahead.
Verse 51.
Well, you can go ahead and go to Lamentations chapter 4. You know, 17. Verse 17. It's the last precept before the law, brothers and sisters. On my side of here.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes has as yet failed us. Wait.
Read it again.
Verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
That what?
That could not save us.
It says, hey, man, we fought for a nation that could not save us, man. Esau cannot save you. Even when World War III and all that kick out, hey, they can't save you, man. Because like Capt Benaniyah be bringing out, them bunkers ain't made for you, man. That's made for them. Yeah, they'll let Ham in that mud before they let you in. Yeah, they'll let Elam funky ass too in there. Them some stinky people too, man. Hey, they right along with Ham. They got some stinky spices. They'll let any other nation in. But best believe we're at the bottom of that totem pole before they let anybody else. They let everybody else in before they let us in, man. But go ahead.
They hunt our steps.
And what's the kicker? You the one who built the damn bunker. But then, once it's time for all this stuff to kick off, it ain't made for you. You made it, but it ain't made for you. But go ahead.
They hunt our steps.
They what?
They hunt our steps.
So it said they hunt our steps. Because best believe, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna hear about some type of police brutality going on right now too. Best believe, I'm talking about, because brothers that sisters, they may be drunk out of their mind. They probably get pulled over, and then they talking about license and registrations and stuff, and then all of a sudden he go in his glove box. He got a gun, man, or the sister's life is over, man. And it never fails. Each holiday or holiday, hey, it's gonna be some type of thing that happen, man. Cause that's how they get over on us. Cause they try to say, well, this brother he was being aggressive, or this brother he was drunk, or this brother he was just being suspicious. Them all just little excuses, man, to get away with knocking us off. But hey, we like the sand of the sea, man. So you can't get rid of us, man. We like the baby's kids. We don't die, we multiply, man. Like some damn roaches. Kid one, he got TMO at the house somewhere, man, or under the refrigerator in that aspect. But go ahead.
That we cannot go in our streets.
That we what?
That we cannot go in our streets.
It says that we cannot go in our streets. Because right now, hey, even though our people be out in the streets, we can't just go out in the streets, not fear for our lives in that aspect. No, not talking about us, because, Lord ain't give us a spirit of fear. We don't give a damn. But when it come down to our people that's, not in the truth, hey, when it come down to them, hey, they be fearing for their life, man. And to a certain extent, we may have to look over our shoulder too, man. But I mean, that's just us being cautious, because we know that any given time, they can start trying to knock us off. Conscious, at 2 Maccabees chapter 7, that's a tough damn story right there, man. Tough story. The mother and the 7 sons all put to death. But I would guarantee they all got a guaranteed spot in the kingdom, man, for that. Unless the Lord, put their spirit back on there and they doing some more mighty works. Yeah, who's to say that one of us ain't them? But go ahead.
Our end is near.
Or what?
Our end is near.
Yeah, sure enough, our end is near. Yeah, hey, it's right around the corner, man. You can damn near taste it. But go ahead.
Our days are fulfilled.
Our what?
Our days are fulfilled.
Because, say our days are fulfilled because, every day, our people just, they either sometimes, some of them thrown in the towel, then some of them, they just, hey, Lord, I'm ready to get up out of here. So, I can make it to the kingdom. And then, some they just be tired, man. Even like I said, they regard neither old nor young. Some of our elder people, they be tired, man. And we understand to a certain extent, but hey, if you doing the will of the Father, hey, man, that's a mighty thing. But go ahead.
For our end is come.
For our what?
For our end is come.
Because sure enough, our end is come. This wicked kingdom any damn way. But hey, we're going to have a beginning of that to come, man. But go ahead.
Our persecutor are swift than the eagle.
Are swifter than the eagle. It says our persecutors are swifter than the eagle. Go ahead. Because we know that this is going into, the Lamentations. So, going into like the Babylonian captivity. Even when they had the siege going on and all that. That's what that's going into in context. But go ahead.
Of the heaven.
Of the what?
Of the heaven.
Read on.
They pursued us upon the mountains.
It says they pursued us upon the mountains, man. Meaning they chasing us, man. But go ahead.
They laid wait for us.
Mean that what?
They laid wait for us.
So it said they laid wait for us. And just like to this very day, they laid wait for us, man. Like a damn a predatory bird or a predator in general, man. Waiting for his prey to, come forth so they can get him. Go ahead.
In the wilderness.
In the what?
In the wilderness.
So going into the, like even with America, this is considered a wilderness, man. Then we know we're gonna have the wilderness of, when Yahweh come back, of course. But go ahead.
The breath of our nostrils, the appointed, anointed of the Lord, was taken in their pits.
Was what?
Was taken in their pits. Of whom we said, under his shadow, we shall live among the heathen.
We shall what?
We shall live among the heathen.
Well, that's all I want on that. But it said that we should live among the heathen. Sure enough, we are living among the heathen. But just because we living among them, don't mean we do after them, man. Hey, that's why in Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1, learn not the way of the heathens, man. Just like how we was talking about in the beginning of the class. But with that, it's starting to get dark in here. That I say shalom. I hope the class is edifying. They finna go crazy. But hey, we just keep our eyes on on the prize. But we always speak on the GoFundMes and the Cash Apps. Those things are being greatly used. For the building of a kingdom, building of a nation. It ain't for any wickedness or madness. We ain't finna use your arms to buy no damn firecrackers or none of that wicked bull crap they got going on. But like I said earlier, like how I was saying, hope y'all had a good productive week. Hope y'all doing well. Hope y'all got everything in order, for the Shabbat. Hope y'all just enduring in general, man. Cause we know this captivity, but it ain't fun, man. But just for a brief period of time. But at the end of every class, we always bring out a law, because the Lord did make us lawgivers and law keepers. So let's bring this thing out. The law today is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 11. Go ahead.
The book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 11. Behold, I come quickly.
Read that again.
Behold, I come quickly.
So this is Yahweh. It says, behold, I come quickly. Go ahead.
Hold that fast, which thou hast.
It says, hold that fast, which thou hast. Go ahead.
That no man take thy crown.
It said, let no man take thy crown. Because, hey, if you let a man take your crown, hey, that's it. Hey, it says, hold fast to that thing which you have. Because, hey, these laws, statutes, commandments, this is something we hold near and dear to us, man. Yahweh, we hold them near and dear to us. The Most High God, we hold them near and, dear to us, man. Our people, we hold them near and dear to us. But, hey, we still can't let no man take our crown, man. Can't let the Lord, we can't let men, take this truth from us, man. Because it's only up from here. Hey, we ain't no time to be descending, man. We gotta ascend, man. What's it? Ascend. Is that the word? I don't know, descend. I think that's the word.
Descend.
No, not descend, but the other one. Ascend. I think that's the word. Anyways, hey, y'all know what I'm talking about. Go up, shit. But hey, with that,
Increase.
No, not that word. But anyways, hey, I say shalom. Hey, I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all Sabbath while it's coming in. And I see y'all brothers and sisters tomorrow. Lord's will. Shalom.